Good morning. We're live. We're live. All right. Waiting for folks to join us today. Okay. It's Friday. It's Friday. Give it a few more minutes for some folks to join us. Of course, I did send out the email that said 1 a.m. I don't know how many of you joined me at 1 a.m., but I was awake, but I wasn't on live. That's for sure. So, how's everybody doing today? Good morning, Diane. We'll see you in a little while. You coming in today? All right. Somebody else who's not logged in yet, but that's okay. Good morning. Good morning. It's Friday. Yabba dabba doo. And Colin, good morning. Happy Friday. Barbara, how are you today? Cool. Cool, cool. Yes, I know. There's glasses on the top of my head. They kind of keep my wings from sticking out, and the glasses here so I can read. I actually wrote a script so I can stay kind of on track today instead of meandering around too much. I got so much to show you guys. Um, yeah, just lots of fun. I'm just going to give you a quick teaser since you're all here early. But we just got some yarn. It's called the Wicked Knitta. And she's from Maine, but I think she obviously used to be around here. But can you see any of these colors? Oh my gosh. They are beautiful. Take a look at this batch. Yeah, we're going to have to, we just got the package and opened it up. So we're going to play with those and probably launch them. Morning, Marla. How are you? Was yesterday a pretty day? Oh my gosh, we went for a bike ride. Midday, I guess. It was really cool. Really, really neat. So everybody doing well here? Okay. All right, I have about 4 minutes after. Of course, the shop clock is a little bit slow, so I was late getting on, but that's all right because you guys weren't all. Everybody got their coffee. Everybody settled back. Oh, Diane, you're not coming in today. Okay. All right. Oh, that's right. It's Friday. Oh my gosh. I'm definitely one of those this day, that day, yesterday, tomorrow. I have no clue what day anything is, except that my husband was going to play golf today because the golf course is opened yesterday. So he's a happy, happy camper. Good morning. All right. So Friday means the weekend's here. Doesn't make a lot of difference, does it? I bet it does to those working at home or homeschooling. You probably want to take a deep breath when you get to the weekend. I know my sister-in-law is just pulling her hair out trying to work. And of course, my brother, he's up in the office upstairs and he didn't want anything to do with them. And maybe he's the one that does the kids. I don't know, backwards. But anyway, so the weekend, you know what that means? Not only are we one day closer, we're 1 week closer. Whoa, yeah, we can't wait to open up. We really need to open up. Those bills are starting to clamor in here. So anyway, oh, nope, I need those on. Okay. So, just want to let you know that we've been trying to reach out to everybody. Hopefully, the teachers have all connected with their students. And we are actually going through the list of our customers. Some of you got an email, and some of you are actually getting phone calls from the staff here just to check in, see how you're doing. I know we're kind of late into this and we're looking like the end is right here, but we still want to see how you're doing and, you know, just check in and say hi. Hi, John. Good to see you. So Monday we featured some of these Damn It dolls and we're actually giving one away. And I didn't write down the name of the winner. We will get that before the end of this web live, Facebook Live, sorry. Okay, so those of you who are following Barocco, if you get their emails, you know that they're doing some drop shipping. And basically what that means is you order and then they package it and ship it out to you. We do get credit, or we do have to pay for the yarn, so forth and so on. But we're not actually participating in that, mostly because we like to package up your yarn for you, kind of wrap it nicely, put a little thank you gift in there, wind it for you if you've requested winding. So we're not doing that. However, one of the things that I did talk to Barocco, and they are doing free patterns. So they're shipping, if you purchase the yarn, like you purchase enough yarn to do the sweater or whatever, they are giving you a code for the free pattern download. We have that code, and we can make that available to you if you purchase yarn to do a particular pattern. Right now, mostly they are featuring this Sesame book. Sesame is just beautiful. There's some great color combinations here. This one's more of a yellow with some teal in it. Some great summer knitting. This yarn is 37% cotton, 36% acrylic, and 27% viscose. So beautiful colorways. It is kind of like a DK weight, if you will. It is mostly cotton. I did tell you that. And it is, where does it tell me? It's about 295 yards. So you get some good yardage on that. Many of you probably remember when we first brought it in, we had this shawl hanging. This was the shop sample that they sent us with the purples and the, oh, actually that's, yeah, that's the Sesame. Oh, I was showing you the Medina. I'm sorry. I am like totally out of it. But anyway, Medina is also one of the featured yarns in there in the patterns. And this is one that Sharon did for us. It's called Anica. It is a paid pattern, but it just shows you the beautiful colorways and the striping. Again, a nice, this is out of the Medina, not the Sesame, sorry. But so anyway, if you want to do those and you purchase the yarn from us, we will go ahead and give you the code to download the pattern. Because some of these patterns are, you know, $6, $7, $8 or so. So there's some pretty good ones in there. All right, so that takes care of that again. And if you bought some Sesame for a project or bought some Barocco yarn for a project the other day or within the week, let us know and we can give you the code for your pattern, unless you already got it. Sorry, you're a little bit late here, but all right. The other thing we have gotten in is the new spring colorways of sock yarn. This is the Supersoxx. Is that a beautiful kind of a sherbety kind of color? This is Supersoxx. So this is 75% wool, 25% nylon. Not sure if you can see. Whoops, go this way, Andy. The striping on the pattern there, really pretty. This is like an aqua blue, and again, some really nice striping on that. Try to hold it still so you can take a look at it. And this one is a mint green, kind of reminds me of mint julep. Isn't that cool? So again, these are the Lang Supersoxx. I believe there's like 400 and some yards, 420 meters. So that's about 450 yards. So plenty of yardage there to do what you want to do with that. Lots of things you can do with sock yarn. It doesn't have to be just socks. You can make shawls. It basically is a fingering weight, but a little bit more nylon than the normal fingering. So you can do shawls, you can do socks, you could do hats. Some of those slouchy hats are really nice in a sock weight yarn. And the nylon helps it keep its shape and stuff. So it's really cool. Let me just get the sample that we have here. We've done the, many of you have seen these in the shop, many of you have made them. So leftover sock yarn into a scarf. My guys love these scarves. even with the fringe on them. They don't mind the fringe. This is just using bits and pieces, but you could use a regular skein and just have it all be one color. Or if you prefer a specific color to run through it, you can use that color. Like I have somebody who requested one with mostly greens. So I took a skein with green yarn and I started working on that. And then periodically I would throw in one of these other colored ones. And so, but I would continue back with the green consistently so that it was mostly predominantly green, but it did have a little bit of some of the other colors. I was talking to somebody about this the other day and they said, oh, I've done that, but she did ribbing. So what happens here is you're actually knitting in the round, and we put the fringe on it to kind of close up the ends so we don't have to sew them. Not that I don't like sewing, I do like sewing, but we do put the fringe on here so it closes it up and stuff. And what she did was she started with ribbing and ended with ribbing. So you can actually tuck your hands in there if you're walking or something and don't have gloves. And that's kind of a really neat thing to do too. So here's one that we're actually still working on. It's kind of the table sample. When we do open up again, you'll see. And see how it's open? You don't have to worry about weaving in ends or anything because they're all in the middle. So it's kind of really cool. So we're working on that. So any of these new sock yarns would be great for that. It would be great for shawls. Hitchhiker would be great. Actually, any of them. Any shawls. Really cool. So that was to do that one. The other thing you can do if you're working on a kid's sweater, you know, come top down to the armpits. Do that in a sock weight yarn and then do a solid on the bottom, or reverse it if you want. There's just so much you can do. You know, even I've thought about taking all these scraps and making a sweater for myself. There was a gal in Michigan that I saw one of her Facebook things, and she had actually made a big sweater, a sweater for herself, and it was just beautiful. The other pattern that would be really good with this is the zigzag. That was pretty popular a couple of years ago, but it just is, you know, zigzag all the way across and really cool. So you can do that with that. Let me just check and see what comments we have here. Just mostly hellos. Marla's saying sesame is a nice yarn. And Camille, she has so many scarves with leftover sock yarn and a zigzag pattern. Yeah, you can just go to town with that. Everybody will love it. Okay, so that takes care of that one. We are doing really well with online sales and the 2 skein kits, mostly Breathe and Hope and Around the Corner. Both Stacy and Sarah brought in their Around the Corner. So Around the Corner is 2 skeins of yarn. One could be or should be a variegated or a speckled. And basically you're alternating the 2 all through this portion of the shawl. And then you pick up one color and do that, and you pick up the other color and do the other border. So let me see if I can get more of it here. How's that? Is that any better for you? So that is one of them. And then this one's a little bit brighter, a nice summery. Get it going this way. Isn't that gorgeous? Just so much fun. And you can really do that with any 2 scarves. We do have some kits made up, but we also have given you the opportunity to pick your own skeins that you want, the 2 from our website, from the Indie Dyers or wherever. Pick 2, give us a call. Don't go ahead and check out with those because we will need to adjust the pricing for you. The kit is $55, so you would save some money on that, as well as the pattern comes with it. And you can give us let us know whether you would like to do the Around the Corner, which is this one I just showed you, or the Breathe and Hope. Excuse me. And of course, Breathe and Hope is the Casapinka one that went so big for the LYS Day. We do not have any more of the Emma's yarn, but we have put together a lot of kits with, we've pulled out Twizzlefoot, which has some great color combinations, good solid, and that's got a nice minty green and stuff in it. So don't forget though, folks, we don't have a lot. So go online and go ahead and place your orders. So good shot on around the border. Thank you. So pretty. Okay. So other than that, we don't have a lot to tell you. I was going to talk a little bit about lifelines. If you're doing a pattern and you keep having to restart it, I've heard from so many people that they've had to restart something 5 times or 4 times or 3 times, and it's just driving them crazy. Put a lifeline in, folks. Take a thinner yarn or a thread, not a thread, but something like a knit crochet or something. You want the yarn to be pretty close to the same weight as the yarn that you're working on. And just run that through the stitches on your needle. Excuse me. We have a lot of yarn fibers floating around here. I need to vacuum. But run that yarn through, check and make sure your pattern is correct that's on your needle. Run that thread right through that and then continue to knit. And I usually do this if I have a pattern that's a repeat, like lace weight or something like that. I will put it in every time the lace, like if it's a 6-row or an 8-row or whatever, I will go ahead and put a lifeline in every time because, you know, every 8 rows or something, because I don't want to have to pull it back. And especially if there's yarn overs, it's hard to remember how to pick up all of those yarn overs. And that way, when you get, if you make a mistake, you can just pull right back to the beginning. Just make sure you make a notation of where you put your lifeline so that you know where to pick up your pattern again. Janet says that she uses dental floss. Dental floss is great, but I find that for some of the yarns, it's a little bit too thin. And what happens is your stitches will tend to try to drop down to the next row. I mean, you pull your lifeline straight and you can pick it all up. But yeah, dental floss is a great idea, especially if you have a dental floss feeder, you know, those like needles or whatever they are to run them through. And that way you can run through and it's really cool. So 2 pairs of glasses. Yes, these are my readers because I actually wrote what I wanted to cover out today so that I wouldn't be all over the place. And these are my distance ones. They're bifocals too, but I don't like the bifocal as much as I like the readers. So yeah, 2 pairs of glasses. Plus, as I mentioned in the beginning, the one on my head kind of helps all my wings kind of stay a little bit tamed. So yes, we are all ready for the barbershops and the hair salons and everybody to open up because it's we're getting a little out of control here. But my wings will start, my duck bills. I always call them a duck tail. So anyway, folks, thank you so much for joining us. And for today, go ahead and write, you want it if you want one of these. Me, please. I want it. Whatever you want to write in there in the comments section, just write it and let me know, and we'll give you a call. And you can actually pick your color. We're not even going to pick it for you. You get to pick it. So there you go. It's been great chatting with you. I don't think there's anything else in the chat box I need to cover. We got the glasses, we got the around the corner, and the lifeline. So folks, thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend. If you're a golfer, go have fun. I think that's where my husband is right now. But so anyway, have a good one. We love you. We can't wait for this to end, and hopefully we'll be in touch pretty soon. Have a good one, folks.